By the looks of this place, you could be in Europe, but it's what you can't see that makes this area so special. Behind the rock face that surrounds this area is the oldest and one of the biggest cave systems in the world, otherwise known as Jenolan Caves. My guide for the day is Emma, who knows these caves like the back of her hand. Emma, I've been to Jenolan Caves plenty of times. I love coming here, but there's a new tour happening.
There is. We're going to go and see Chifley's secret chambers. Ben Chifley was the Prime Minister of Australia.
Yeah.
And in 1952, after his death, the Chifley Cave was named
After
Chifley.
him, wow,
Yep.
yeah.
And we've got some chambers in here that haven't been open to the public for about 70 years.
Oh.
Not a lot of people have seen some of the things that we're going to see on this tour.
Well, I'm excited. Should we go?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
This is the Margarita Chamber, and this was the first cave in the world to be lit by electricity.
Really?
Yeah, it was actually one of the first public spaces to be lit by electricity.
Really? History abounds in these caves, but we're headed for a cave that hasn't been open to the public for years. Oh, wow.
This is called the Architect's Studio.
Why is it called that?
Well, there was a fellow who visited here in the 1880s. His name was Mr. Coleridge. He worked for the Sydney Mail, and he thought that these columns looked like architectural studies. This part of the cave hasn't been shown to the public since at least 1980.
There's a wow factor at every turn. On this tour, you'll learn a lot about the history of the caves. You'll also learn how these incredible structures were formed millions of years ago. Now, if you prefer the road or the cave less travelled, then this is the tour for you. Hey, wait for me. The off-the-track tour takes you deep into the depths of the caves. You don't need special gear, but you will be moving through some pretty tight spaces. The off-the-track tour, well, Emma, we are definitely off the track. Tell me a little bit about this tour.
This is called a soft adventure tour.
What do you mean by soft?
It's not quite as hardcore as a full-on adventure tour. You're going to get dirty in here. You're going to have to do a little bit of bending.
So where actually are we?
This is called the Jersey Cave.
At Jenolan Caves, there's a range of accommodation options to suit all budgets. But my top pick is always Jenolan Caves House. Completed in the early 1900s, the hotel is full of old-world charms. And so are the rooms. And after a big day in the caves, you don't have to go a long way to get a great meal. Thank you, Zoe. Chisholm's restaurant inside the hotel is a cosy spot to unwind with a meal by the fireplace. And there's more to explore in this area than just the caves. Down the road from Jenolan Caves House is the Blue Lake Loop, an easy stroll around a stunning limestone lake that shimmers blue. And it's just one of the many walks in the area. So much beauty. Everywhere you look, Jenolan Caves has to be one of the great natural wonders of the world. Jenolan Caves is a 3-hour drive from Sydney, and once you're there, you'll be transported into another world. Tours start from $40 and they're open 7 days a week. Give them a call on 6359 3911.